I haven't cheated yet. And these hoes I find myself surrounded by with make that hard every night. You look goofy ASF too. I look like the poster child of Texas. Can we smoke this
Okay.
banana, OG, and then hang out with my friends? And then on alternating weekends or whatever, we can do your friends. You're the only girl I've texted in over a week. This banana OG is no joke. And that is from r/pickup. And the title is, Am I ever gonna score a date with her? And that is
This
all the
banana,
response. That
this
is all the.
banana OG is no joke.
And the prequel to that is him saying, You should put on something very sexy and pop out tonight. And she says, OMG. And then what follows is all of that. And then a seen 8 minutes ago message. And then, the second half of all those messages.
I look like the poster child of Texas is a really cool thing to say.
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm the poster child of
The
Texas.
poster
That's like
child of Texas.
it's like how I would riff when I was like 12.
You
It's
were
like
you were
yo,
on that shit when you were
I'm
12.
kind of the poster child of food.
I'm kind of the coaster child of table of having
I'm kind
drinks
of the
put around.
coaster child of roller coasters.
Yeah.
Griffin kept trying to tell us about how he invented a game called Funny Scrabble, and it just kind of feels like you put all of your tiles on and get points
Yeah,
because the way the game works is that
it's not really about
uh,
It's not really about the points. It's kind of just like the feeling of playing Funny Scrabble. It hits different,
Mm.
and it's
this
about
is
like
just
laughing and
bullshit.
having
This is
fun
the
with your
fakest
friends.
thing I've ever
No,
fucking
no.
heard.
Me and Spencer were talking about this. We were like, Gus is gonna say that this is fake, but when we play it with him, he'll love it. It'll be his favorite thing in
Fuck
the whole
off.
world.
It's not.
I'm
It will
sure
be
it, I'm
absolutely
sure
your
it's
favorite thing in the
fun.
whole.
I'm excited to see you guys just so I can prove you wrong on
No,
this.
because I'm gonna play.
This is literally just Scrabble, but you don't have to limit
You
your
don't
choices to
play.
actual
You
words.
can't play
So you can
real
just play
words.
Flublé.
Yes, you play. You play like Cruton or Grebzel, and everyone laughs. Everyone likes
Any
it.
anything is fun with
Not
your
really,
friend.
man.
We had
Well,
fun just
you
going
have
to
to.
a zoo
It's different.
last
If I
year.
just say the word, it's whatever. But if you see me put down these tiles and spell Cruton, you'll get a kick out of it. It hits different. I'm telling you, it hits
If you
fucking
told me
different.
you learned to fly, I'd believe you more. This is the
I
fakest
did learn to
shit.
fly this weekend. And what else did I do this weekend? Oh, I got
Not
really
learn to fly.
I got put on to House MD. It's one of the greatest shows I've ever seen in my life.
See,
Usually,
that's believable. I believe that
I don't
house.
believe it.
I watched an episode of that with Thompson. It's pretty fun.
yeah, usually when people say like, "Oh, this show is so crazy," it's like, "Oh, it's like a usual like network TV show," but someone says a funny line. House is actually fucking crazy because he's constantly breaking into patients' houses and being racist to the black doctor. And
Yeah, no, he did. He did break into. And I think the series premiere, he has two doctors break into somebody's house, and he says because one of the black doctors got arrested for it before he has experience,
yeah,
and he makes him do it again.
yeah, he's so fucking cool. And every episode is like, what if we like experimented with the thought of what if you could be so gay that you die? Would you rather be gay or die? And every episode, House is like, fuck, I don't know what this fucking disease is. And then at the end of the episode, he's like, oh my god, it's the disease is some shit no one's ever heard of. And it's
Of course,
beautiful.
it's Glorbifin
Yeah,
syndrome.
it's Mofungo disease.
Yeah, it's your liver
I
is
was
talking to your heart like it's your kidneys,
I was
and
watching
it's
the show
sending
just
all of the pee to your heart, and that's why your heart is turning yellow.
losing my
Only
mind.
I could have figured this out. I'm Doctor
I'm
House.
Dr.
The
House.
title is Pee to Your Heart and You're to Blame.
I was just losing my mind watching it. Like, does this happen a lot in hospitals that someone will show up to the hospital all sick and every doctor's like, I don't know what the fuck is going on. Let's just start giving him pills and see what happens.
I would hope that's what happened. That sounds like a good time if you
No,
twist
it
your
always
ankle.
the first treatment they do always makes them a million times worse. Like they'll start, they'll come to the hospital because their foot hurts, and then they'll be like, well, let's give him Advil for his foot, and then they give him Advil, and he starts like having a seizure, and they're like, well, it must be like a parasite or something that's activating with the Advil, and then House will solve the B plot, and then he'll realize that it was actually like he has a disease that turns his bones into soup, and that's what's fucking him up.
Is that
It's a
why
great show.
is that why House has a
Executive
cane?
producer Brian Singer, by the way.
Oh
Brian
yeah.
Singer's hands were all over this.
I mean,
His hands
it's
were
better.
reliable.
It's better that his hands are all over that than like anywhere else because
Yeah.
at least you know where they are. So I think that's good that his hands are all over it.
all eyes on Brian's hands.
They had to keep coming up with like increasingly extravagant medical mysteries to distract Bryan Singer from molesting children.
Yeah. Yeah. The
They had, like Bryan Singer was having evil thoughts, and he started like slowly ambling towards a nearby school.
Yeah.
And the writers on House would be like, what if a guy's eyes
Yeah.
were being evil?
Yeah, what if the doctors-
And he was like, oh.
yeah.
What if the
Brian's-
doctors had to
That sounds
heal
kinda
had to
interesting.
heal Black Hitler? That's what
Bryan Singer saw the episode of Breaking Bad, the Fly episode. He's like, "What if we do that, but instead of just being in a lab, it's in like a middle school boys' locker room and House is there? Wouldn't that be crazy?"
And
They're
House
like, no,
is there.
Brian. Yeah, no, Brian. You have to go direct fucking Freddie Mercury, the Freddie Mercury.
There is an
movie.
episode. There is an episode where a 15-year-old girl flashes House, and he
Oh.
says she has nice breasts.
Oh.
But it's okay because she's actually. They find out she's actually interested in sex and she has balls, and she's being
Oh.
raped by her dad. But House calls
Oh.
the dad gay for raping her
they
because he's a boy.
they,
now.
they diagnose
so
her with
funny.
they diagnose her with medically nice breasts, so it's okay that he says
Yes,
that
he calls her the perfect woman because she's all estrogen and she's
because
never
she
had
has
a period.
balls.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And she
that
has
is-
cancer on the balls too, which is they were trying to figure out where she had cancer.
Oh, that was
and it
no, that
in
was
her
just.
secret hidden balls.
Oh wait, the Good Doctor episode just stole that from House then, because that was the episode of
Well,
that.
the same creator, David Shore.
Yeah, same creator of that, same creator of fucking
Charlie,
politics
if you make
stuff.
a joke that it's the same David I swear to fucking
What
God.
what
dude.
joke did you think I was gonna make, you fucking asshole?
I,
Oh, the-
no, I thought
Here, it's
I felt
Pauly
it
Shore's
coming
brother,
like a
Progressivism,
train
and they're in
coming down the
Biodome.
tunnel. I felt the subway station shaking. I'm gonna be like, no, don't fucking do that.
Yeah, it's the popular.
feel that anyway. Yeah, it's the popularism of
Mm,
David Shore. It was barely even a joke.
Guys, I survived a plane flight in Trump's America twice,
Ooh.
and it only really scared me both times. But I lived.
That's good. I'm sad that you didn't get to be in one of the upside down one.
one that upside down. I think that would have been sick because that would have been like
awesome.
no one got hurt, or I mean, no one died. I mean, and that would have been like for the rest of my life. I'd be like, well, I got my one plane crash out of the way. I don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, someone
That would be a really funny thing to happen to us.
pointed out that like
I wish it was someone flying home from Hangout this weekend, and then they just text in the group chat like, "Guys, my plane flipped upside down."
someone pointed out that like the
Stu
pilot
sends a black and white
Okay.
picture. of the plane being upside down.
Someone pointed out that the pilots on that would be like the first time that a pilot's ever gotten like disability from his job, which I thought was funny. That like if you're a pilot, it's like virtually impossible to do that because if an accident happens, you're just done for. Then they don't have to pay.
Exploded.
Yeah,
Stepping into the terminal tunnel a little too hard and tearing your ACL.
yeah.
It's just hit a weird angle.
hmm That's gotta be like when they closed Denny's for the first time on like Christmas in the 80s and they didn't know what to do. They have to like, blow off like an old tome that says like what to do.
Didn't know what to do.
The employees,
What?
they didn't. Denny's
They
was
didn't know what to
24
do
hours,
because
and then they
Denny's was closed.
yeah
But they would have known that the Denny's would be closed.
no Denny's is open 24 hours except like for Christmas. And when they first
Yep.
did that, they didn't know how to close it down because they were just used to new people
Oh.
coming in
I
constantly.
see.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, and that's what
That's
being
pretty
a pilot
smart,
is like,
actually.
and crashing your plane. Did that happen to Sully? I think people were too mad at him for them to do that.
Oh, I was
Anyway.
laughing this weekend about Sully Sullenberger landing his plane on Tower 7. Like he lands it perfectly on the top. And then it just like crushes, it like flattens. And that's what happened to Tower 7.
PSA
But then I was
on
also losing my mind thinking about the 9/11 hijackers just flying planes into Mount Rushmore and killing no one.
that would have been
Like,
cool.
we will destroy America's most important cultural artifact, their monument to their provenance.
they crash it into like a big statue of Mickey Mouse that's in Florida
Yeah.
and nobody dies.
I think they I think they closed down. I remember hearing anecdotes because that they like when 9/11 happened, like everywhere that thought they were really important just like freaked out. So like the Mall of America in the Twin Cities was like, we gotta close everything down. They're gonna come for the Mall of
Yeah.
America the same way they came for the Pentagon.
Wait. The 9/11 hijackers fly the plane into Mount Rushmore, and the big stone face of Teddy Roosevelt opens his mouth and swallows.
Yeah.
Swallows them all.
You say you don't like.
It's just like, statement from the U.S. government. We didn't know they could do
We
that.
You
didn't
say you
know.
don't like
I
analog
guess
horror,
we're all
but that would be
glad.
some of the most analog horrifying things of all time, is if Mount Rushmore opened its mouth and then swallowed the 9/11 planes.
Yeah, we would
They weren't
definitely-
even flying at Teddy Roosevelt's mouth. He just he shot out his stone tongue like a frog.
Yeah.
We
And
would
wrapped
definitely
up the
still
plane
call that
in
day
air.
9/11. It would just mean it would just be the Teddy Roosevelt's mouth open on Mount Rushmore and ate 2 planes, killed 100 people.
They should have things inside those heads like they did in National Treasure. I'm kind of sick
I
of
bet
the
they
fact
do.
that
I bet they
don't-
do.
Yeah. I don't know. It's probably like for structural
If they did,
integrity.
you think they'd tell us? Like,
No, but I think that would be a good place to put your like secret base because it wouldn't be very secret at all.
Imagine
PSA
you're on.
Sorry.
Imagine you're on the 9/11 planes and you walk by. You're like, "Is that the guy who made Family Guy?" And then you go a little further down your aisle and you're like, "Damn, that's Mark Wahlberg. This is gonna be the best flight ever."
I always say that people don't like that Mark Wahlberg said he would have stopped 9/11 because they don't want to
He
live in a
could've.
world where Mark Wahlberg stops 9/11 and he's like the president now, like that we kind of
Yeah,
have no
he's-
choice but to make him the president. Like that would,
I would appreciate it solely as like a Boston source
I
of
bet.
pride.
I think there would be a lot of cool that would come out of that if there was one tower left and Mark Wahlberg was
I
responsible
think he
for.
absolutely could have.
But-
I'm
What would have made that cool
convinced.
was that at that point he was only known for like Boogie Nights and Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch. So
yeah.
Didn't the Vietnamese guy he beat up as a teenager forgave him,
I
right?
th-
Like that's
yes,
the famous
yeah.
thing about
I
that.
think no, that was just a
Because
different
like
Vietnamese guy.
imagine being that Vietnamese guy and forgiving Mark Wahlberg and then he stops 9/11
He stopped
and
9/11.
you're just like, I fucking knew it, dude.
Yeah.
I knew it. Nobody ever questioned
It's
me
way-
ever again. I could sense the goodness in his soul.
I mean, it's way funnier to imagine Mark Wahlberg on the 9/11 flight, like just like pissing his pants and crying, like I don't want to fucking die. Please.
He starts like kicking the seat back in front of him, freaking out.
I like that IMDb lists it as Mark Wahlberg almost prevented 9/11 attacks.
Yep, he did.
And then the top hit for it is an NPR story, which I don't think NPR should cover Mark Wahlberg. I think that those two should like naturally repel each other. I don't think they should ever like sort of commingle in the same
If I was on the
story.
9/11 plane, my ass would have gone in the back and eaten all the peanuts before I
Mm.
go. I'm eating good.
Who wants to
Nah,
read one
I'm
of the
eating
line?
good.
Who wants to read one of the posts from r/pickup? Which is
Oh,
not
yeah.
about pickup basketball, unfortunately. It's
Oh,
Oh
about
yeah,
pickup rabbit.
I forgot we do this on this podcast.
Yeah.
That was
We
kinda
can't.
fun.
We can't. Can never just have a conversation because of
Well,
the
it's
internet
like
and phones.
we're all addicted to
social
our
media.
phones.
Gen Z is fucking cooked, bruh. I swear to God, I saw someone use their phone to order a car today. Gen Z is fucking cooked. Oh, also on the Uber back, my Uber to the airport, there was this like 50-year-old black guy, and he was talking about how he was really pissed off at his wife because she bought 2 dogs and he didn't get the gaming monitor that he wanted for Father's Day.
Oh, that's awesome. You always
Because
find
he was
yourself
like-
sitting next to 50-year-old black guys for some reason. That's
I was
like a
really it was 4 in the morning. I really wanted to sleep in the Uber, but he just would not stop talking about how annoying his family was.
That's so pleasant. I'm glad. I hope he gets his
How much
gaming
sleep
monitor.
were you realistically gonna get in an Uber? That's like a 25-minute ride.
It was like
No,
it was like
It
40
was
minutes
from
'cause
Virginia to Florida.
Yeah.
Yeah, he took the Uber down. And this Uber driver was talking to him about the gaming monitor for like 3 whole days.
Yeah. It's telling me
All my
this
friends are playing Marvel Rivals and I can't do fucking
can't do
shit.
fucking shit. I mean, I have the PC, I have a controller and everything. I just don't have the monitor. Like, I don't wonder if I can upload the computer to my brain at this point. It might be easier.
All right. Anyway, this is Dark Side of Getting Good at Game,
Okay.
which sounds like an esports pro who regrets his career.
Yeah.
But for those who are unaware of this, game is what people who are into men's rights and pickup artistry. It just means like flirting with women, basically.
Yeah.
I've dedicated a little over a decade to learning game, and it has been the time of my life. This caveman talking about hoop and stick. Gog dedicate little over a decade to learning game.
It's weird that
and
game
it has
is
been time of life.
game is like slang from like the 2000s because it sounds like slang from like the 70s, and
It comes from fucking what's the book called
the
again?
game.
Yeah, it's the game.
Surviving
by
the game. It's some
Neil Strauss.
yeah. That's
Michael
what Straussian
Douglas.
means. Yeah, Michael Douglas.
I had to double check because I remember his name was Strauss, and I'm like, wait, that's not the same guy. Is it?
Yeah, Levi
The
Strauss.
movie The Game is so awesome because it came out right around the same time as The Matrix and The Truman Show, and it was just like an awesome time to have schizophrenia because we're all just movies about like how nothing is everything,
About your life
everyone's
being
out
controlled.
to get you. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Anyway,
I've had the craziest nights you could ever imagine. I have so many great stories that I will never forget. But now I have a girlfriend, and I don't go out like I used to. I feel depressed. I love my girlfriend and don't want to break up, but I still have this drive to want to go out and do what I love. I feel like a professional athlete that retires and they just become a shell of their former self. Oh, fucking grow
Sure.
up, man. Jesus Christ. I can't neg women at the bar anymore, and it makes me want to break up with
is
my
that a
girlfriend.
thing that
I can't
happens
go to the bar.
to athletes?
I can't go
that,
to the
like-
bar and and sit on my phone for 2 hours.
he's just like playing Balatro and hoping
Yeah.
somebody
He has a
notices.
gaming
leaving
laptop.
my, just like kicking my feet out into the aisle, hoping a girl trips on them so I could say sorry and maybe start a conversation.
I don't feel motivated to go to the gym or make money like I used to before because it was always for the girls. I got laid off from my 6-figure tech job.
Oh, that's why. That's why
better
you're
be.
depressed, bro. It's not because you have a girlfriend. You got fired.
You should start getting motivated.
He's so funny. He breaks up with his girlfriend. He's like, I'm gonna go back out, and just nobody fucks with me.
Yeah, no one
He's like
fucks with
a
him,
weird 40-year-old hitting on college girls.
Because he works. He's a barista now.
Yeah.
I used to have so many wild adventures, but now I'm working a 9-to-5 (parentheses) or I used to. Coming home to my girlfriend, and it all seems so boring. I used to have sex with different girls every week, and now I don't even have that much sex. Maybe I'm just being ungrateful. I see my regular friends getting married, have stable jobs, and seem content with the life they are living. Is anyone else able to relate? Who can relate? Woo!
Yeah, I absolutely relate. Personally, I think this kind of waking up is a good thing, but it's definitely dark.
It would be really good to post about this, but by like getting really good at toys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your friends are.
Yeah.
Your
My wife doesn't-
your friends
I'm
are
really
playing
good
with
at
the
watching
fidget
TV.
spinners.
And remembering
Yeah.
all the stuff
Yeah,
I saw
it's
from
kind of
earlier.
it's kind of hard for me to go to the cinema anymore.
Yeah.
Because I'm just too cultured. I got into Wong Kar Wai,
Yeah.
and now I can't go to movies with my friends
Yeah.
anymore because I watch too many good ones at home.
Yeah, I insist that we go to see Captain America:
And
Brave New World,
I
and then
watched-
halfway through I just get up and I say I can't handle this slop. I can't handle this.
I watched
It would be.
everyone.
I would
once,
love it.
though.
I don't think this is what's happening, but I would love it if the reason he's so miserable that he's not mentioning is just his girlfriend is awful.
Yeah.
Yeah, his girlfriend. His
He's just
girlfriend's a
insanely mean and
biz
manipulative. She's like throwing shit at him.
This guy's also in r/GME, which is for the GameStop stock, and
cool.
yeah, and Super Stonk, which is just for guys that are really bad at finances. What's that noise? What's that noise
That's
that you
me.
make?
That's just me deflating. when I
Yeah.
have to
Oh,
hear
he
about
also
these
has
things.
he also has the trophy 9-year club, which means
That's
that
cool.
he hits on 9-year-olds. Yeah.
Can I read
do you guys?
one?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, you can read.
Sorry,
one.
you have a question?
No questions for the class professor.
Okay. I'm a minority trying to do pickup in a southern state. Is this just a bad area to be doing this? I'm a minority in a
No.
I'm a minority in a southeastern American state, and I have only ever tried pickup in cities in the southeast like Atlanta, Raleigh, Memphis, and Huntsville. I have no
That's
luck
a
with
really
anyone.
big range. That's
Yeah,
like,
he's just like driving like 8 hours.
Huntsville seems like a bit of a step
Yeah, Huntsville.
down
I will say Huntsville might
compared
be.
to Atlanta or Memphis.
it's like the
Huntsville
migratory
might be a
range
bad
of a
area to
herd
do
of.
that.
That's like the migratory range of a herd of wildebeest.
I've only tried
Sorry,
pickup
is
in
the-
New York, L.A., or Springfield, Massachusetts.
Is the implication here that there are no black people in Atlanta or Memphis?
Yeah, that's so funny. Yeah, I only find white people in Atlanta.
I think the implication is they're less racist
Mm.
in Atlanta or Memphis.
This is
Oh,
actually
okay.
a post by Josh.
I guess I
and
should keep
he's-
reading.
And he's
Yeah,
referring.
this was posted by
Yeah.
Josh.
It's a year ago, so I think it's before he met his girlfriend. But yeah, he was like just going out to all these bars in Atlanta.
I'm having no luck with anyone. Nobody here will give me a chance. I've gotten several numbers, but they don't respond. And even if I tell them to their face if they aren't interested, don't give me their number. They insist on giving it to me anyway, so they could ignore me later. Guess they get a kick out of that. Sick of these people. I mean, would I fare better if I tried this in some big city like New York City or Boston or Los Angeles? Is being a minority in the Southeast really that much of a problem in pickup? And on top of that, so many tell me they are very religious and go to church and wouldn't consider dating someone who isn't obsessed with Jesus. I'm getting really sick and tired of these people. I hate that my parents chose this shithole state to settle in. But then again, I ask out women of all races and backgrounds, so this can't possibly apply to the minority girls I'm talking to. I am 6 foot tall and lean muscular with visible abs and thick hair. Which city is ideal for a minority with only moderate or beginning pickup skills like me? Which city is the easy mode? I really want to know.
The fact that he says I'm a minority makes me. The fact that he says I'm a minority
this guy
makes me think
is
that
like,
he's like Hispanic.
yeah, he's like Sicilian.
Oh, okay.
At what age are you young enough to be living with your parents, but old enough that you're trying to like do pickup artistry at bars?
38.
I don't. It doesn't even sound like it's at bars because it's like it's 38.
Yeah, it seems like he's just like
'cause he's like
asking around.
He's running in.
He's doing this at the gas.
Well, he said
Yeah,
he's,
he's
running
doing
into
this at the
people that
Richard
say that
Jewell
they're.
Memorial in Atlanta.
Yeah. He's doing this at the Coca-Cola Museum, and they're like, I don't know what to do because he's giving his
place-
name to like Chinese tourists.
That place is right next to the really good aquarium in Atlanta, and it always pisses me
Yes.
off. So I gotta walk past fucking soda drinkers and their disgusting
Oh,
soda.
I forgot
fill.
that you're
I always
like
feel like
that.
I'm in a
Well,
commercial when I walk
Do you
by.
do you have an issue with soda? Like I don't really drink soda, but
I
don't understand why you have an
I
issue
used
with
to.
it.
I am a little bit better about this, but I would say maybe 4 or 5 years ago, it used to gross me out to watch people drink soda. I don't know why. It was just gross.
That is the most insane complaint I've ever heard.
It's
in my
a
entire
crazy
life.
autism.
I like the sentence. I'm better about.
I'm
this
better
now.
about it now.
I was able to move forward in my recovery. That whenever I saw somebody eating rice and beans, I would want to get angry.
Yeah, it is like a. It's like
How is it ever an issue you have in the first place?
I don't know. I really don't know why.
He fell in a
why I'm
vat
like
of
this.
Coca-Cola world.
Taste. I imagine them tasting the soda in their mouth and it fucking up their teeth and fucking
And
mixing
then
the food in their
Wolf
mouth. It's
Blitzer
fucking
pulled him out, and
disgusting.
that's why Griffin loves CNN so much. Is
It's
because he was
gross.
Griffin,
saved.
I have given you cocaine.
That's good
why is soda the issue
because
here?
it doesn't tasty. It's not good. It's nasty. It's fucking brown. It's brown. and
Yeah.
it bubbles and
Not
it
all
looks
of
like
it.
shit.
that's what the.
Okay, important clarification. If somebody's drinking Sprite, is that okay?
No, it's nasty
Yeah.
and brown is
If
what
it's
the
Mountain
guy
Dew,
is
is it
what
better?
women were
Yeah,
calling to this
Sprite's
guy
fine.
too.
Sprite's like sparkling water.
Fuck off.
I don't mind. I don't
It's-
mind sparkling water.
Diet Coke is basically sparkling water.
No, that's a
But brown.
disgusting. That's a disgusting thing to say.
It's not disgusting. It's a
I'm sick
it's
to my
a
stomach
delicious
right now.
it's a delicious truth.
Delicious.
It's delicious truth. Someone says I know a mulatto guy who does pickup in NY and also says he gets numbers but no callbacks. He did 20K approaches. He lives in the projects but approaches rich white females.
20K. That's crazy.
I don't know. Yeah, that's. I mean,
I don't even
you
think
know,
I don't even think I've seen 20,000 people in my life.
You probably have.
Yeah, I
And
know.
this-
It's not a big number.
Yeah, you're lying. Fuck you, you fucking piece of shit. All right, I think it's my turn to read. I'll read this one. Oh, I think I had this one saved, but I think I might have forgotten to send it. So Gus sent it. Is there any way to know who's ovulating and who isn't in public? And this is from Gundam Net. Has this community developed any tools or rules of thumb for figuring out who's ovulating and who isn't? When out, to direct attention only at ovulating people.
I like that this is even too messed up for the people on r/pickup.
That's so
Like, all the
sick.
comments are like, "This is the stupidest shit I've ever heard."
I want to know, I want to It's just my my need for knowledge. This is the only mention of ovulating on this subreddit.
I
I
can
thought there was
tell-
going to be more.
I can
there's
tell-
one guy who's clearly making fun of him.
Yeah.
Who says a male giraffe will hit his head against a female's belly to make her pee, and then will taste her pee to see if he's ovulating. I understand that this commenter is making fun of the guy, but
I want to
an
try
interesting
that.
fact.
male giraffes actually do that? That is
Probably.
fucking what is wrong with male giraffes?
They're horny
necks are too
motherfuckers.
long.
I would say I can tell like 50% of the time who is not ovulating in public.
Yeah.
It's the guy.
Well, because it's like you're either yeah. No, I'm
guys.
I'm gonna ovulate one of these days, dude. And I'm gonna lay an egg, and
I'm gonna be
dressed. Yeah, I'm gonna be dressed so slutty, and you're gonna think, well, he couldn't be ovulating, but
I
then I
wish I
will.
could eat my egg so bad.
Yeah. Who wants to read another one? Who wants to please me?
Yeah, I'll read one. PSA on
I got one. Oh, okay, Griffin.
PSA on being rapey. What you need to know to protect
Jesus
yourself.
Fucking Christ. What? Protect yourself.
You probably
Fuck,
read
this
the
is
story.
Actually murdering me.
You probably read the story about the girl who was in a guy's bed, how he started touching her and she moved his hand away and he tried a few times later with the same result. And you probably heard a bunch of angry fools call his behavior rapey and probably worse things. If you ask any thinking person about it, they'll tell you that she put herself in a situation where touching is expected, and she could stop at any time by leaving or just using her words. However, if you ask a woman who's not the intellectual type, she'll tell you it's rapey. There's a disconnect because there's something you don't know. Women run their love lives via instinct. Don't slam it. They do it that way for good reason. Some of those instincts are a bit surprising to say the least. One of these instincts tells men that once a man initiates sex, telling him no is very dangerous. Thus, you get stories where a couple were alone together, he initiates sex, she doesn't resist or tell him to stop or leave or anything, he fucks her and she leaves feeling like she got raped. They'll tell her
This
friends.
guy's like 1 month away from a huge epiphany.
Yeah, yeah.
he's almost there.
He's
almost grasped.
I haven't
like,
seen.
Oh,
I
that's
haven't
what I have
detected
to
a
ask.
lie. Yeah, my lie detector is empty right now.
It does suck when sometimes we read something on here when we're just trying to like goof off and make fun of people, and we get into shit like this. It's like, oh yeah, some of these people are like actually
They're
evil.
bad.
Yeah.
And no one knows who it is that puts the bad feeling posts in with the funny posts. But, where
Look,
the
I
fuck was
got a quota to fill.
You'll tell her friend she was raped. She'll have trauma, maybe even tell the police. And it's fucked up because most men, especially young men, are never even gonna realize she doesn't want sex. That's why it's
This was posted for
like he's gotten to the point where he like acknowledges that this is traumatic, and then like that's the key thing here,
Uh-huh.
and then he just doesn't go anywhere from that.
This was-
He's like, oh, what can you
This
do?
was posted from Reddit for group homes. There's just a big terminal in the middle of the group home that they can use Reddit on 1 hour a day.
It's a shitty, mismatched set of behaviors and expectations. It's unfair to everyone involved. Both sides think they're in the right. Hers perspective is she was terrified and he kept doing things and raped her and she was too scared to not do or say anything. The reason most rapes are never reported is because many women realize the situation is fucked up and realize their part in it, even if they let it
Jesus
happen.
Christ.
Thus, they don't report it,
Wrong.
even though they do
Do
feel
not
awful.
pass go.
Even though they do feel awful and abused, because understanding doesn't change feelings. The fix for this is on men. It's not fair, but it's reality. As the man, you need to read her mind. Seriously. Notice when she's tense and do not escalate until she's cool with things again. Standard advice is to take...
This guy's the first guy to discover, hey, you can understand body
I
language.
can't
He
believe...
invented understanding body
I
language.
can't believe
This guy-
he got to the... He has
Yeah,
somehow kind
yeah.
of got to the right place. That's
yeah.
crazy.
If the girl you invited over is in your bed looking terrified and shivering like a
Fucking
cartoon
right.
character,
She's probably
maybe
going
you
to
shouldn't
falsely
try to
accuse
fuck
you
her.
of something.
We were in a really bad rough passage, but he has like escaped and he has become good again.
Yeah.
Standard advice is to take baby steps towards sex, tiny escalations. When she tenses up, take a baby step back to doing the thing she was okay with. Try again later. Better advice is to notice when she's tense, try to Try the above a little, and if tension continues, have a team huddle and talk about how your team of two can make things feel better and how you can both have fun. This has to be a we conversation.
Pulling out a whistle and calling a timeout. The mattress.
This has to be a we conversation. You have to show that you're on the same side. This will help diffuse your fear that you're an uncaring, unsensitive brute, though still sexy, who will fuck the shit out of her regardless of how she feels. That is the best.
Oh, took a bad turn there. You were on the right track for a little bit, buddy.
Well, this is just
I don't know if you needed to include regardless of how she feels.
Yeah, you're sexy, brute, but it feels
That's
so
her
good
fear.
when I cry all the time.
That is the best we can do. Well, also avoid women with obvious mental problems and super drunk women. Don't listen to feminists who tell you to ask
Okay,
permission. That's like putting sand up her vagina.
Wait,
Hyper
wait,
unsexy. She's there to have fun, not to ask you permission like a little bitch.
Okay.
And
He got so close to being correct like 3 times.
Yeah, don't try to hook up with
nosedive
drunk
every
women.
single time.
It's like, but don't do the thing where you ask for... This guy also posted...
Lamar Jackson of giving good advice.
This guy also posted a link to, on r/pickup, to a blog that he likes called Red Pill Dad Archive. I would love to delve into the Red Pill Dad Archive.
yeah, let's. Can I take a look?
Yeah, the battle of the sexes and the lies of the media. Living your truth is pure cope. More on the feels. Oh wait, this is like a forum? I guess. I don't know what the fuck this is. The Red Archive. Okay, so it's like red pill stuff. Oh, it's like there's like a thing for like
Red
Return
Pill
of
Dad
Kings.
Archive. Oh, it's like a pickup blog.
I found a post I really want to read. It's a little bit of a long one.
Okay,
Go ahead.
wait.
It's specific in a way.
Can
that's
I read?
making
Can
me
I read
laugh.
the one that I just sent though? Sorry.
Sure, I'll just kill myself.
Yeah.
I'll fucking kill myself.
Finally.
Right now. I'll stab myself 700 times in the chest.
Oh wait, this is from the same guy as last time, so this is a good jumping off point actually. Arrogant, polarizing opener. Todd V recently mentioned that he loves openers that provoke a reaction. Shit test, frame test. Where I live, in the
Well, if Todd V says
Yeah.
it, I disagree.
that's short for Todd Vagina, and then in parentheses the thing I like to get up all in.
The most.
Where I live and the places I game, the women are boring. I love the idea of making cold approach making cold approach more fun. What openers have you used to provoke an instant frame test, intentional or otherwise? Negative. Hey, wow, that top and bottom is creative. You should sell those as a set. She and half the women there are wearing Lululemon. Okay, wait. So it ends with they should sell those as a set. And then that's just like a little tag saying that she and half the women... Okay, and then here's an arrogant version. Hey, I see that. You could go around staring ahead, never making eye contact. You think it makes you mysterious? Not working. OMG, don't look at me like that. And then push or pull one. Hey, those are cute shoes until you put them on with those pants. Yeah, I love when my girl is just wearing like, Timberlands and then no pants. And then
Tim's.
like an oversized like, Bulls jersey over that, but I can still see her poussée. Those are just some ideas. What have you found provoked a reaction?
Okay.
None of these are effective. They're just straight up insults. Yeah, no, actually, insulting girls works if you're, like, catty enough, because then they'll think you're gay, and then that makes you, like, harder to get, and that'll make them want you. But you have to be, like, really good at insulting them.
I've got a couple issues with that theory.
What? You've already
I don't know
tried
if
it? You've already tried insulting women
No,
and you're gay?
No, it's not that I've already tried it. It doesn't work. Piece of shit.
Alright, what do you want to read?
Practical guide for young men. Top 5 reasons why you should stop. Top 5 reasons why you should watching stop superhero films.
Wait, okay, why you should watching okay, so already...
Introduction. Imagine you were sitting on a New York City train going from Greenwich Village to Times Square to buy comic books at Midtown Comics. On the one hand,
This is posted in the
you were holding a burger
1940s.
On the one hand, you are holding a burger with pepper jack cheese, while on the other, you have a cup with some orange juice. A classic order of pepper jack.
This is like,
with
if I
orange
saw
juice.
someone doing that, it would be like,
Can't forget
this
the
is the
fam.
most threatening man on the subway possible. If someone's saying, I'm taking the train from the Greenwich Village to Times Square to get some comic books. I'm here with my burger and my orange juice. I'd be like,
I'd like to think it's like one of those like fucking like 2-gallon bottles of orange juice you buy at a supermarket.
yeah. That would be like less threatening if he had like a like clear cup of like a 12-ounce thing full of orange juice. That would be like
A sippy
that
cup.
just like
yeah.
yeah, it just sets me off.
He's drinking it out of like a swirly straw.
Yeah.
Suddenly, you notice a few seats forward from you on the train. There is an older man with a large beard. He has a black plain t-shirt and holds a few copies of one of his own comic books, The Swamp Thing. The man is Alan Moore, one of the most influential comic book writers of our time. At first, you are repulsed by him. He looks unclean and unpredictable. Seeing Alan Moore on the train going like, ew!
Yo!
Yeah. I also like that he sort of gave it away, but he said like a few seats up from you because that's like not how the subway works in New York. Like, it's not. So he's just like
Well-
being completely arbitrary. Yeah, I guess it could, but
He could. Maybe he's in like another car.
Some of them have weird seating arrangements. I could see it.
yeah. For
Alan
guys
Moore,
that have,
you should be in jail for thinking all that crazy shit. You're sick, man.
yeah.
But I love it. I love it though.
However, soon you become interested in what he is writing about. There's something about Alan Moore, Steve Ditko, and Bill Finger. These real misfits. who
Bill
created-
Finger. Fuck off.
Not Bill
I know it's
Finger,
probably.
I don't like their name being said.
bleep.
We should have had Cole on for this, and they would be like, "No, Bill Finger actually wrote some."
Bill Finger is actually
Milton Bill Finger.
Bill Finger-
was an American
Bill
comic
Finger.
book writer.
Bill Finger is
He was-
actually from O Block.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, most of these creators and many unsung heroes faded to the background as the superheroes they created became highly commercialized, soulless products. Something I really like about this is that he tried to format it so that the text was bold at the beginning of the list, but he fucked it up 2 times, so it only starts in bold text on the 3rd bullet point. Top 5 reasons. 1. There's no continuity. There's no continuity in any of these superhero movies. Look at how many Spider-Man films they have done already. They created the Sam Raimi movie, then rebooted it, then the Mark Webb universe rebooted it, and now they are doing the John Watts universe. It's all a chaotic mess. You'll say, wait, but the MCU has continuity. Yes, but that's the only superhero universe that does. Sony, DC, and other universes have not continuity. They'll keep rebooting and introducing new versions of the old characters. Comics have already moved from this predicament. Nowadays, creators can have their creator-owned property and have a beginning, middle, and end, just like manga.
Okay.
I want to clarify. We are still in r/pickup.
Yeah.
This is not like we didn't shove Reddit jump. This is all on the pickup advice.
I
subreddit.
thought the DC
2.
universe
Male
had
objectification.
continuity. Oh, here we go. Sorry, that my shit was not as interesting as this. Let's go.
There's too many buff guys in comic books. There's too much male objectification in these movies. For instance, you will see Spider-Man, Superman, and Thor take off their shirt, and that is doubt as progressive or sexual liberalism, or making jokes about Captain America's lower. I'm sorry, making jokes about Captain American's lower body.
Was that a thing that they did? I thought his whole
Sure.
thing was that he was
No.
scrawny, and then they made him not. So
They made him-
Did he
yeah.
just-
I guess they
Are you forgetting the
after he
second
got the
part where they
mega
made him
serum.
fucking huge and ripped?
yeah, where they shrunk his penis, and then people make fun of it.
Captain America and the first BBL.
Yeah, Captain America and the
However-
first and only inch.
If they show a cute girl's chest or butt, the social justice crowd will immediately say, misogyny, the male gaze, this film is backward. You'll be dumb to support types of movies.
You'd be dumb to support types of movies. It's brainwashed of that thing.
I keep like having to double check because I feel like I'm reading it wrong.
Yeah,
Why should you, if clearly you are not the target audience? 3. SJW ideology. From the moment you watch a movie like Ant-Man and Spider-Man,
My favorite
you are
movie.
bombarded with social justice propaganda. First, let's start with Ant-Man. Scott Lang tells Hope Van Dyne, parentheses, I'm paraphrasing, you shouldn't fight because you are too valuable, you are too important. Meanwhile, they keep pushing the narrative, men are expendable. This messaging for me is nonsense. These progressives are promoting equality. What they are doing is promoting a hierarchy where men are at the bottom. I don't agree with that at all. And many of these pop psychologists tend to believe something along those lines. Well, if you genuinely think that, that's fine for me. Have someone else do your construction work, or have someone else do all those nasty jobs that only men are expected to
Like
do.
be
I thought you
Ant-Man.
were talking about Ant-Man, dude.
Yeah, only men can be
This is
Ant-Man. And then there's the Wasp.
If you liked Ant-Man, I hope you enjoyed doing sewage work, because only men do.
Ant-Man is a humiliation ritual for white men.
And so humiliation ritual for bugs.
Yeah. And Michael Douglas, honestly, when they made him be in that movie.
Number 4, SJW humor. It isn't enough that you are bombarded by ideological propaganda. You are also bombarded with SJW humor. What does this entail? Usually the dreaded role reversal, where
Wow.
men act like women and women act like men.
When does this happen?
Conservatives
like
hate this. Conservatives hate when men like put on dresses in movies and stuff. By the way.
Yeah. That's like the most traditional form of comedy.
Yeah.
Is like laughing at a guy
Yeah, dude,
wearing
I
a dress.
got really pissed when the big climax of Avengers Infinity War centered all around Corset Man.
Yeah.
I don't think they
Is there
needed
like
to
a
do that.
sequence in Iron Man where he's like flying through a building and then he flies out the other end and he's like wearing a wedding gown and then flies in and then it's like taken off?
He's got like a metal version of a Marilyn Monroe dress.
Yeah.
That can't blow in the wind.
I'm honestly trying to remember. I cannot remember any like instances of this in like Marvel movies. I don't know if that's like
People might have complained about it in Thor 4, but like I was completely checked out by that point. I
people
stopped
had
watching
much
years
better
ago.
things to complain about, like the weird like Skype videos that all the children were calling Thor through, and like the fact that it's like there's an epic goat there. There's so much. Yeah, this is also from 4 years ago.
Guys,
Okay.
Marvel movies are
This
complete
is just what people
roll
talk like
drag.
pre-COVID.
Don't even
Yeah.
care. I
I
like
think COVID
cinephile
killed the term
movies.
SJW.
I like being fucking cultured and watching real movies instead of
Yeah.
freaking CGI.
I like watching the
CGI
Brutalist
AI
movie.
superhero deck. And
Does
by the
anyone
way,
else think Marvel movies basically look like the biggest pieces of crap? that have,
Literally.
ever
No!
been made by cinemas.
No,
I
I love them
just
so much.
fucking realized this. Marvel movies don't even have good blocking in the movies. And they're lighted like fucking shit, like no one knows how to light a fucking movie anymore. Like, am I the only one who noticing this?
Look, guys, I was the one person on like the panel or the test screenings for the new Captain America, and every time they would show us a new screening, I would say like, "Where's Captain America? Where's the regular Captain America?" And they would have to remake it, and then they could never get him back, and that's the reason that it costs $2 billion to make, and it's finally
It's
coming
pretty
out.
cool that they made that motherfucker the Red Hulk. He's like the regular
Yeah.
Hulk, but he's red.
I
Like, that
can't-
is
I
beast
can't s-
mode.
It's so funny that people get mad at that because it's like, how are you mad at like the Red Hulk? Like, how are you? It's like
I
I'm
can't
mad at the
imagine
Red- by
having
the-
any
I'm mad at
thoughts
the-
about these movies like at all at this point.
I'm mad
I
at
like
the Red
when-
Hulk easily when he fucking smashes through my wall and busts up a bunch of shit and kicks my ass. 'Cause
I like
he's so
that, like,
huge.
people sort of like come back around to like thinking humiliation rituals are real, but it's like whenever like Harrison Ford is in a Marvel movie, they're like, what did they do to make him do this? It's like probably $20 million.
Yeah, probably money.
Yeah, he probably likes money.
Yeah, probably a lot of money that he is incredibly happy to receive.
He wanted to buy a boat.
Yeah.
It's not that complicated.
Yeah, it's like the only person.
I do like that. I can't remember what show it's from, but there is a really great clip of a Marvel show where a bad guy named Gorilla Grodd
Oh,
goes
yeah.
back in time to kill
Oh,
teenage Obama.
that's the CW's
That's a pretty good
Flash.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm. He says Barack Obama
Right.
prepare to die. It's great.
These are deemed as highly progressive, and there are dim-witted guys who go along with it and end up emulating it in real life. It'd be really funny if he just didn't know what a gay guy was, and he thought the guys were gay because they were imitating Marvel.
They were doing role reverse.
Yeah. For instance, in the latest Spider-Man, parentheses, aimed at PG-13 audiences, the new MJ tells Peter, "Are you a male escort?" I believe this remark is not only inappropriate for Spider-Man, but also keeps reinforcing the whole role reversals where men are gigolos and live off women or anyone who can help them get ahead. Unfortunately, this reading of men keeps getting pushed. Then you have some PUAs and musicians who also believe this should be the norm. Again, traditionalist men would highly condemn this behavior.
PUAs and
Five.
musicians is a very broad category. Like what?
Yeah.
What musicians?
Neil Strauss and Freddie Mercury would both were promoting this.
Fiona Apple.
There's no depth to the stories because they are removed from the creator's vision. You are getting a sanitized version of the original product. Since there are made to appeal to general audiences as a dumbed down version of the original characters. I love there's a dumbed down version of fucking superhero.
Yeah,
A stupid
of
version
a guy that
of
jumps over
Superman where he
buildings.
can do even more stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, there's a lot of intellectual depth in the Incredible Crocodile.
Yeah.
That was taken out in the movie release. Both in art and the ideas is removed. Instead, you will get an uninspired and commercial product. For instance, we see it in Ditko's original Spider-Man. It's stranger and uglier. It's made from the perspective of a geek towards other geeks. Similar to how Attack of Titan is drawn
Attack
today.
of Titan. That would be a good name for the manga, because it is the Attack of Titan.
It is the Attack of Titan.
Yeah, no, that's a much better name. However, Ditko left. They made the character more commercial. Instead of wasting time looking into the clean version of Spider-Man, it is better to look into Ditko's Randian objectivist philosophy. Fuck, dude, let's go.
They kick those guys off because they're like,
Dude, why wasn't Sam Raimi's Spider-Man more into Ayn Rand?
yeah, it's like in this issue, Spider-Man grabs his girlfriend's wrist in public, and that's like his deep dark secret.
He webs
Grabs
her.
his
He
girlfriend's
webs her.
wrist
He
and
webs her
shakes her
across a
around.
crowded
explains
bar.
to people how if everyone is Spider-Man, then no one is Spider-Man, and that's why he can be the only Spider-Man. And there definitely shouldn't be any black teenagers that make into Spider-Man, because that would diminish the importance of Spider-Man.
Send me photos of Spider-Man eating pussy.
Get me pictures of Spider-Man farting on it. While I disagree with it, I think that he had a genuine belief in it, and is worth looking into it to understand his work. Conclusion: progressives have taken our geek culture and made a mockery of it. You'll be foolish to support them and the capitalists behind them, who are only interested in creating a profit. There's no heart nor natural sentiment in any of these movies. Now that you know this knowledge, tell your friends and younger siblings. I love that it ends with a call to action. Fuck yes. If your brother or cousins ask about these movies, discourage them from going. Instead, point them to these articles and future articles on Crimson Pill approved content. Fuck, Crimson Pill approved content. This is so
Ooh.
Someone
so sick.
Someone asked, anyone here from India? Yup. Aye aye, sir. Delhi. Yup. Greetings, let's do this. And then Bob Palsatro said, nope. I absolutely love India, though. Hope to visit it soon. Much love from Spain. I just like that one.
I mean, that's where like the base of all this stuff is just India. Let me find some other stuff.
This guy's very active on r/pickup artist.
Pickup Master Jimmy asked ethical questions about PUA. Hi, I'm new to the game and I have been struggling with some questions as a whole. One, if PUA is the practice of getting sex from women by doing certain things to override her desire and make her want you, how is it any different than just spiking her drink and fucking her in a back alley? Or to phase it a different way, if I figured out a code to an ATM and used that code to get money, would that not be unethical? Why would we spend all this time learning game when we could be doing something meaningful to attract a relationship without psychological trickery?
Like getting free money from an ATM.
Ken, this is another guy who's basically got it.
Yeah,
I did find a link to a World Star video, and the title is "On Point When She Puts the Cake on You for the First Time." Man was ready. Parentheses skit.
I've been laughing at the idea of calling hooking up getting pussy for free. I don't know why, but I've just been
Getting pussy
thinking
for
about
free.
Getting pussy for free. Yeah.
There's a really I found a post titled "Man Venture Battle Wounds #1," and it's a picture of a guy with a really bad rash on his neck.
I saw that one too.
I found a really good one. Can I read this one? Sorry. It's Field Report Shuttle Bus Seduction. Setting the stage, it was a wild Friday night at one of the country's most notorious party schools. After a round of drinks downtown, my roommate Jay and I hopped onto the shuttle bus that ferried residents of our apartment complex to and from the bar scene. The bar was packed with the usual crowd, students looking to squeeze out every last bit of fun from the night. Among them was Isabella, a petite Filipina grad student with a killer body. I borrowed it for them, and a playful smile that immediately caught my eye. I don't get far by sitting back and watching, whether it's in the bar or on the bus. You're just not ready to engage. Opportunities pass you by. The game doesn't wait for you to be ready, so you better be ready. I was kind of hoping this was like about being on the shuttle bus back somewhere, and this was just like a tired woman that he was harassing.
You guys have just like hiked Anne Orlando.
Yeah,
that's not a real place. That's from Dark Souls. Fuck
it's
me,
some of the
man.
real.
Okay.
It's some of the realest shit I ever known. Here, does one of you want to read the one above that?
Yeah.
Griffin, do it.
I do it.
I just read a really long one, so I shouldn't have to read anything.
You
for the rest of it.
sure don't. How to pick up women in an online group or Instagram and get her to send you nudes. I know this is possible because I've done it before on Facebook. Anyways, it was a long time ago, and I had to try way too many times and invest too much time on the women to get me send me a couple nudes. How do you thoughts?
I just like the idea of like it's like one of those group chats that like someone just like adds you to with like a bunch of other people.
Yeah,
and, like
it's
kind of
it's
forget
porno,
about it.
Porno chat.
But yeah, no, yeah, it's just like it's just someone like accidentally sending Instagram reels to two people at the same
Yeah,
time
yeah.
from this group chat, and then you're just immediately like, let's fuck.
Let's fuck.
Uh,
Nude pic photos of body.
nude pics now.
Butt photos. Butt photos, please.
Yeah, inside your butt. I have been
Okay,
yeah.
fucking goddamn it. Dota patch just dropped.
You
Okay.
can wait
I
10
have to
fucking minutes.
record for 10 more minutes.
Uh,
I want to read about what they changed.
Ooh,
I
they
wanna
They probably
read about
made
what they
some things a
changed.
little better and others a little worse.
yeah.
to
Oh man,
balance the
I
game
can't.
more.
I
But
can't.
what if the things that they made better are the things I like, Griffin?
Then
Yeah,
it
like
will
they buffed
then it will
having
be
gay
even
sex.
better when you get
They
to
buffed
play it.
No,
eating
no,
poop.
but that wouldn't be- that wouldn't be in Dota. That wouldn't be in Dota.
It is now.
That
That's
would
what's
be-
so
they
exciting
probably-
about it.
That probably would be in Dota because of fucking way everything is.
I remember. Do you guys remember hearing about the hot coffee mod in
No.
Grand Theft Auto
I do
San
remember
Andreas?
that. Yeah.
Oh, where you
that was
can.
like a big. That was a big scandal. That was like one of the things that like the second political issue I ever encountered.
Yeah, wait, I didn't
was
think that.
I think the first political issue I ever encountered that I didn't find out about through my parents was that damn politicians were trying to ban violent video games.
I didn't think that was a mod. I thought you could just fuck someone
Well-
in GTA 3.
It was like they like gated it off, and then the mod unlocked it. But then when you played it, it was just like sort of your character like bumping up against another character. Like,
Damn, bruh.
there wasn't like even like boobs out or anything, and people were like, "Man, this is the hottest thing ever."
That is so fucking hot. You should. I mean, the people who made that should be in fucking jail. for Putting
Yeah.
porn on TV.
Yeah, they're sexualizing my favorite characters. It's over. I
stripper-
failed. I'm
GTA
going to be
strippers.
Yeah. It's over. I failed.
God.
I'm going to be a 50-year-old virgin at this rate. I've tried so hard to get laid nonstop for the last 8
Oh,
years
no.
since I was 18 with no successes. I will never get to experience what sex is like. Nobody wants me. I hate myself now. This is a really cool post that's fun to read. I'm so talented at getting rejected, and I just want to set my
So
stupid face
long.
on fire. I hate myself so much. I've paid all the premium subscriptions on the dating app. No, this is
Oh,
probably going to
man.
get really happy and fun. And
that
I've swiped so
sucks.
much, and I've exhausted all the profiles in every major city in my state and several nearby states. Still, I hardly get any
Cool.
matches despite going to the gym every day and building up a six-pack and being over 6 feet tall. My face is so ugly and everyone hates me. I really feel a strong temptation to just set myself on fire since I must be ugly and I can't get a single person to hook up with me. Yeah, I'm desperate. I'm a professional loser. I'm crying as very hard as I write this right now. Just water gushing out of my eyes. I'm just that lost. I'm just unwanted. I'm such human garbage. This guy's probably... I'm just going to comment being like, hey, I'm a girl. Can I have sex with you?
You should do that.
You sound so hot. Oh, he's suspended.
Oh, I came up with a really good thing to do whenever you get a text from a spam number that's like, join. Do you want a job where you can watch 100 TikToks for $500 a day? I always just text back, I will do it for free.
Yeah. I've like tried to do that to like bots before. One of them DM'd me and she was just like, "Do you like pets?" And I was like, "Yes, I like pets. I want to give you money. I want to give you money." So
The one I've been getting the most is people telling me I owe back tax.
Oh yeah, that one sucks.
Oh, I
getting
keep
so many texts
getting
about
I owe parking tickets, and I do almost click the link every time because I'm like, damn, I'm gonna go to jail.
I would probably fall for that if I wasn't very excited about doing my taxes because I always get a big return.
Mhm.
So I know.
Oh, I gotta do
Yeah.
my taxes.
Just sending all your money to the federal government, and then it's just just sit and wait for the big return to come back, because it's like it's better when you get it back from the government, because then it's not taxable.
Yeah,
Um,
that's just my money that they had. They better be fucking keeping it safe.
yeah, they better be improving it in ways that I don't even know.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
I want that $1 trillion coin, man. Ooh, maybe
I
one day my
want
tax return's gonna be the $1 trillion coin.
ooh, they should just sneak that in there with like a bunch of other stuff. I want my tax return all in coins.
Oh, that would
Mature
be fucking
wingman
sick.
in Mumbai. Need a mature wingman in Mumbai. Wait, I think Mumbai is like isn't that like the colonial British name? No, that's Bombay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need a wingman in
Mumbai's just a city,
Mumbai's
man.
a place.
formerly Bombay. It sounds
Isn't Shanghai just the name that the Japanese gave to China when they were invading it?
no, it isn't. They
can't
didn't
even-
call it
can't even do
Shanghai.
this 'cause I
It's
just-
still
I just
called
called it.
Shanghai.
No, I'm making fun of you, dude.
No, you're not. You're
I
so
can't even
ignorant of
participate in
history.
this because I did just call Angkor Wat and Orlando.
I
I can't in good conscience do this.
You know how
Even
good
though-
I am at history is I did advanced racism on someone's girlfriend when I was in New York when she said that she was from northern China, and I said, "Oh, that's like Manchuria, right?" And she said, "No, we haven't called it that since the Second Sino-Japanese War." I'm like, "Fuck." I was talking to my friend that like traveled to Japan, and she said, "Well, I think Manchuria is a normal name for it." I was like, "That makes me feel good, even though you've only ever experienced Japan, and you would have a reason to think that." Anyway, what I'm saying is that I'm surrounded on all sides by deceivers.
Anyway, my favorite rapper is Han DMC.
on DMC. Oh wait, here's one last one here. Gus, can you read this last one that I sent?
I'm reading patch modes.
I'll read it. Don't worry
Okay.
about it.
No, I
Gus.
got it.
Okay.
Am I blessed if I have a Latin supermarket near my home?
Dude, you are blessed. Those fucking tortillas.
Yeah.
Ooh.
This is the only
It's a
subreddit I
few
can
blocks
post
away.
on.
I really want to pick up some Latinas. Sorry, this is great. I really want to pick up some Latinas, parentheses, for obvious
Yep.
And
reasons.
this is from user I want to fuck Latinas.
I want to acquire the sacred Latina jewels for myself.
Yeah. I'm thinking of doing this really funny thing with the sign outside ICE offices, and I think it's gonna make everyone like me.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Sorry, one sec. I've got too many fucking tabs open. But I've never been getting good with cold approaching. That's why I'm mainly stuck to the dating apps. One of my fears is getting reported and banned from the store because they have great prices for groceries.
there's the man.
That's so funny.
He's too horny.
It's like, damn, I do actually want to use the fucking supermarket though.
Yeah, no, I mean it's good. I like the. I mean, I know it's like probably true, but I just like the idea. It's like, oh yeah, that's where Latinas spawn. Is they spawn in the Latin supermarket, but I can get banned if I fail enough.
Oh my
speech
god,
tests.
getting banned from the store for trying to get ahead.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just
Next to
saying,
the
donde
Doritos-
está lo
the Doritos
blowjob
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would suck. You
if
guys
you're
ever been
awkward
banned
enough
from
to-
a store?
No, I don't think so, but I'm about to. I'm about to go to the Latin supermarket and get my
You're
ass
banned.
banned.
I think I'm banned from a bar. Not the
Why?
one
Is it-
where
is- where
it's
you
not the
broke
one where I broke the
queue?
pool cue. No, I knocked over a
It's one
bunch
where
of
you didn't
glasses
do
at a
that.
bar. I don't think I'm
Oh.
allowed to come back.
You're allowed to come back. I think you should be.
Yeah,
allowed.
what's the worst
If
that
you're
can
awkward
happen?
enough-
I knock over more glasses.
Yeah. How did that happen? Wait, how did you get to a point where you were near all the glasses?
I stood up and knocked over a table and broke all the glasses on that, and the table fell and hit way more glasses.
It's so weird. Wait, like dominoes?
Basically.
Oh, this guy also posted in coworker stories. Am I the asshole for mentioning SpongeBob? I work in elementary school, so I sang a song from SpongeBob SquarePants. I asked the children if they knew the song, and the boy then said, "SpongeBob kills people," and brought up the hijacking from 2005 out of nowhere, which scared a girl and briefly caused her to cry. My coworker said it's my fault because I brought up SpongeBob, and the boy said that if I hadn't sang the song from SpongeBob, he wouldn't have brought up the hijacking. I'm mainly upset with my coworker for blaming me for such a drastic shift. She told me it was my fault when the kids were gone. What is the SpongeBob hijacking?
The SpongeBob hijacking, I guess Did SpongeBob hijack an airplane?
Yeah, that was one of the episodes. 2005 SpongeBob
Sorry, that's
hijacking.
really funny to imagine.
That's what that Iranian cleric meant when he was talking
Yeah.
about how SpongeBob was our only
only,
national hero.
only celebrity.
He thought SpongeBob undertook military action.
It's so funny to imagine a kid hearing the like "Let's Kill Barney" song and fucking crying.
Okay, so it's I guess there was like in 2005 like someone like hijacked the airwaves on Nickelodeon and like displayed like a dark image or something. I thought it was something where it's like someone
the original analog horror.
Yeah, well, I thought it was something
thought
where
that was-
like someone dressed up as SpongeBob like hijacked a bus and killed someone, but no, it's just like that's
Yeah,
just
that
a
would-
creepy pasta.
It's just a fucking like what's that fucking 80s television hijacking thing called again? Max Headroom.
Yeah.
It was just a SpongeBob Max Headroom.
I'm trying to get Max Headroom from the Latinas at the Latina store, and I'm trying to wonder if
I'm
SpongeBob will
trying
help
I'm
me.
trying to get Max Headroom from SpongeBob.
Yeah, I'm just going to the Latin grocery store, just like wearing like a SpongeBob snapback. I heard this is what you like, dressed up like gangster Tweety Bird. Is there anything else in there? I just like that he's. So I guess this is a guy that works at an elementary. Imagine knowing that, like, being in elementary school and seeing your teacher's posts, and it's just all stuff like this.
That's obviously about you.
Yeah. Well, no, but he's just posting about that, and then like,
And then also fucking
and then like
girls
it's
at
like
a Latina grocery.
I'm stalking girls at Latina grocery store, and also in r/Xbox. Can anyone confirm if Xbox 720 was ever being considered at Microsoft?
Yeah.
All right. I'm guys. We're at an hour.
Okay.
I want to read patch notes.
Bye-bye.
H Mart pussy hit different.